Hello and welcome to the Sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Modern Open in Dallas, part of the SCG Tour, brought to you by Ultimate Guard. I'm Nick Miller alongside Max Dresslar, and you're here saying that Splinter Twin has come back.
Yeah, the deck is like, it's awesome. It's kind of like arguably like the deck might be as good as Splinter Twin or maybe a little bit better because the simple fact that Saheeli and Feldar Guardian can do things on their own. When Splinter Twin, you draw Splinter Twin in the middle of the game, you're just like, well, if I don't have anything to put it on, you can't do anything with it. And right. Feldar Guardian, being able to blink Planeswalkers to use them again, or Snapcaster, or Wall of Omens, that have a 1/4 body and to like get extra value is just, it's awesome.
Right, and we've seen the combo plenty in Standard, and of course people remembering back Splinter Twin in Modern, very powerful effect, kind of forces your opponent how they have to play the game, and you kind of get to put it in this shell where, you know, back in the day, Twin was blue-red or Grixis. They sometimes would play the Jeskai variant.
Yeah, like Restoration Angel, Kiki Jiki.
Yeah, but this gives you kind of a bigger draw to the Jeskai package. Of course, you have to play it for the combo, but you get a bunch of other powerful cards that go along with it.
Yeah. Jace, Nahiri, just like having them extras, like being able to like discard, draw more with Nahiri, and then finding it with Jace, just possibly finding your last piece you need and just winning the game like randomly is amazing.
So we have kind of the best ofs in the Jeskai colors here at the 1-drop slot. We have Path to Exile, Lightning Bolt, and Serum Visions. Not building a Jeskai deck without any of these cards.
No, probably not. It seems like it wouldn't pan out very well.
Yeah, and we got Snapcaster Mage to go along with those cards. But the interesting part here, I think, you know, alongside Remand, you have Spreading Seas as kind of an additional piece of disruption rather than another counterspell or something.
That card has been MVP today, practically. Like, I played against. I played against Merfolk. You started out against Merfolk, it was really bad, but it was able to just like cut off my opponent's Cavern and the Mutavault that was only and I was able to just, against Jund, I was able to lock him out of the game early, and then Absent Company round 1, I played 3 of them, and it was really good, but it was, Spreading Seas has been like MVP. I almost cut one this morning, but we decided no, the card's just too good right now.
Yeah, it's a card that can kind of just win games on the spot and can pick up equity in spots that the deck like this normally doesn't have.
It's also a target for Feldar Guardian too. You get another one.
Get an extra card.
And you can switch it with lands. If you don't want the land that it's on, you can switch it to another land. It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty good. I did not think of that one.
Yeah.
All right, then of course you have the extra Planeswalkers, as you mentioned, to go along with Saheeli. Yeah. You have Nahiri and Jace, just pure value cards. Yeah. We've seen these cards in the Jeskai control builds before. Just putting in a ton of work here.
Nahiri's been like a ultimate several times. I want to try more of her and an Emrakul. I want to play Saheeli, Nahiri, and Emrakul and Feldar Guardian. Just find a way to make that work because I've had Nahiri at like 10, like I said, like 10, and like able to ultimate her and just win the game right there if I was able to do that.
Is it not good enough to just get Feldar Guardian and kind of do your own thing there? Well, I guess you have to have Saheeli for it to be a win on the spot.
Yeah, my opponent, he was playing Skred, and he turned 1 Pithy Needle Saheeli, and so I spent the whole game digging for wear and tear to find it to win, but I had Nahiri on 10 almost the entire time. Because he even told me he was scared of Emrakul. And then at the end of the game, I was like, I don't have Emrakul, I don't play Emrakul. I wish I did, but I don't play it.
Something to think about going forward, though, with this kind of build.
Yeah, for sure.
Some extra cards here. You got a Lightning Helix floating around. Then we have Wall of Omens, which is kind of your middle ground card that also picks up more value with Saheeli.
Yeah. Feldar Guardian, too. They're just like a team, man. They're
doing it all. What can't you do with this deck? Now, outside the Emrakul package, what else would you kind of like want to squeeze in this deck that you didn't have room for, or things, 5-7 rounds in the tournament you'd like to change?
I want another threat to win the game, just like Emrakul. I want like Pioneer Nalar or like Restoration Angel, something like that. And I just couldn't find a place to put it in such a short amount of time to like figure it out. So I just played it as is. I cut a Timely Reinforcements from the sideboard and put Kitchen Mix in. And like that's the only change like I really made to it.
Okay, outside of that, you have Desolate Lighthouse, another value engine, and then Celestial Colonnade, a card we see in all the Jeskai builds at this point. Yeah. Gives you that kind of beat-down plan with Snapcaster Mage Lightning Bolt to close out games when you don't have the combo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Desolate Lighthouse did me really well last round. I didn't play my land to kind of like fool my opponent into thinking I didn't have the 6 land to combo him off. So like I Desolate Lighthouse at the end of his turn, and he corded for 3, and he got Tireless Tracker, and then I was able to play my land and then just combo off. Even though I had the land, the Feldar Guardian, and the Saheeli in my hand, I waited a turn because he wasn't tapped out, and then he tapped out and I did it.
Now, did you play a lot of Twin back when it was legal?
I played a lot of Twin.
How does this deck feel compared to that one in this format?
I feel like I don't feel like I can burn my opponent out with this deck. Like, it's definitely possible, But with Twin, I played like Grim Lavamancer and the Snapcaster Mage with Bolt. I have that here, but with Twin, you're able to attack like Pestamite, which is a good attacker.
Sure.
So
yeah, Felidar Guardian doesn't do as much attacking as Pestamite would.
No, not at all.
All right. But it's holding its ground pretty well.
Yeah, it's been doing really well. I stumbled quite a bit this morning and played against a really bad matchup as in Burn, and I stumbled against Absent Company round 1. I lost that match. It was really rough. But after that, I've been doing very well. I've 2-0'd all of my opponents so far. Every opponent I've beaten, I've 2-0'd, and all my losses I got 0-2'd. But
all right. Well,
the deck's really good.
Take a look here at the sideboard. It's kind of condensed. You've got a bunch of relics, some EEs, and then your kind of counterspell package between Dispel and Negate when you want to be a more control deck, I imagine.
Yeah. So like, Gideon Jura is like amazing. That card has like just like closed games so fast. I closed a game against my spread right opponent, like game 2, and before I was able to find the Wear and Tear. It didn't close it, but it got a lot of damage, and then I found the Wear and Tear and it killed him. But so far MVPs have been Gideon Jura, Wear and Tear, Kitchen Vinks, and Engineer Explosives. Those have been the MVPs so far.
A lot of those are one-ups. To mention, you kind of thinking about putting more of those in the decks because Wear and Tear has a lot of utility. Kitchen Fix, great against Burn, things like that.
I don't think so. Maybe one more Kitchen Finks, but I wouldn't know what to cut. Like Relic has been okay today. It really did really well against Absent Company just now, but like other than that, it isn't anything else other than that.
All right. And one Stony Silence seems kind of odd going along with the extra Lightning Helix. Only feel like you need one, or do you already like your Affinity and those kinds of matchups already?
I haven't played against Affinity yet, but when you're playing Twin, Affinity was an amazing matchup. So I don't know yet. Like I got this list from Sean McLaren. Obviously, it was on his premium article, and the deck's really good. I was just like, I stayed up for like hours watching his like stream because I don't really have anybody to test with. I'm like the only one who plays Magic in my family, so I don't have anyone to test with. And so I watched his stream like hours the whole day and just like figured out how to play the deck. And
so you learned how to twin and you listened to some pan flute, I imagine? That's usually what he's about. All right, well the deck looks great. You're 5-2 off to a pretty good start. Pretty interested to see how you do the rest of the way here because this is a deck a lot of people have been toying with. It's popped up on Magic Online a little bit. Obviously McLaren's written about it. And now we're a couple weeks into this new modern format with Death Shadow and things like that. Do you see it having a future?
Yeah. I think this deck is very good. It's like I think the deck is it can be very good once someone finds the correct build for it. I don't think this build is the 100% correct build. I think it's very close. Like I said, I want to play more Nahiris, maybe not as much Jaces, and I want to play Emrakul in the sideboard maybe. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I was gonna play Blue Moon for this tournament. And then like I just like saw Sean McLaren's article and I was like, this deck just looks amazing, and like my gut was telling me just play this deck. And now I'm here, I like scoured the cards up and like I'm here playing it and
nice.
I'm enjoying it.
All right, well it's a great story. You said it's very good. I expect people to try it out, and I think we'll be seeing more of this as people kind of figure out what the modern metagame is as Death Shadow kind of does its thing. So Max, thanks for joining me here in the sideboard. Stay tuned to StarCityGames.com all week long for the action here in Dallas.